everybody, it is Reggie's cooking time. Today I am going to go totally off book and I am going to make pad thai. I've had it at a couple of Thai restaurants, plus one of my coworkers used to make an awesome pad thai. That's where I first tried it. So right now I am in the process of making the sauce. And as usual, I have everything done already, which is wonderful. All right, I know you can't really see my pot, but that's okay. So what it calls for is 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. And my burner is at about an 8, 7, 8. 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. 5 tablespoons of light brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. A tablespoon of sriracha hot sauce. I use Frank's hot sauce because I thought I had sriracha in there, but I don't. Let me get my handy dandy whisk. And then 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter, which is optional. But I like peanut butter, so I'll go ahead and put the 2 tablespoons. With this here, I'm not, and since I'm eating it, I'm just using my fingers. I've washed them. You may want to measure everything out prior to starting this. I thought I did, but I didn't. Then put my tablespoon away. So I'm just going to wait until this gets warm and then whisk in the peanut butter, because once it gets warm, it'll melt with all the other ingredients, the wet ingredients in here. And then it says to set it aside, like my little sriracha here. And just making sure that I get every single last drop. And it's just about where I want it to be, heated up enough. And I'll show it to you once I have it heated. I'm just waiting for the last peanut butter to melt. And it calls for creamy peanut butter because a lot of recipes you're going to already put in peanuts. And this is my peanuts. And if you have peanut allergies, you can certainly leave it out. And sorry I have my back to you, but that's the only way this is going to work. So I've made my sauce. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a brown sauce. So it says to set it aside. So I'm going to set it aside and get my frying pan. I fried the chicken earlier because I wanted to make sure it got done. Okay, let me move some of this stuff. I have also pre-cooked my rice noodles per package instructions. My rice noodles that are going to go in the pad thai. But again, as you all know, this is Gina's way of doing it. So it calls for oil. I'm using avocado oil. Calls for a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil. And you're supposed to put in the green peppers. And I just sliced them thinly. And I'm going to put in, it calls for garlic, 3 cloves of minced garlic that I minced by hand, because I have all this wonderful garlic. And it calls for the chicken. I'm going to wait to put the chicken in until this is just about ready. And to the side here, I have already cut up my cilantro, and I have the limes hanging out until this is just about done. And so far I have the red peppers and the garlic. It is starting to smell so good in my kitchen. And I know I usually keep my videos between 6 and 10 minutes. I think this one is going to go a little long. But it's going to be so good. My next video, I already have decided that my next video is going to be Christine Hannison's brownies from the Borg cookbook. So I'll be looking for that in the next few days. Okay, so 8 ounces of flat rice noodles, 3 tablespoons of oil. You're only going to use 2 at the beginning and then add another one. 3 cloves of minced garlic, 8 ounces of uncooked shrimp, chicken or tofu. In this case, I'm using chicken. 2 eggs beaten, 1 cup of fresh bean sprouts, 1 red bell pepper thinly sliced, 3 green onions, and you can do a half a cup of dry roasted peanuts or no peanuts, 2 limes, which I have on the counter, and a half a cup of fresh cilantro. That is for the main part of it. And then of course we have the sauce. So you're going to cook the noodles according to the directions. Mix the sauce ingredients together and set them aside. It doesn't matter what order you put them in. And I would put the liquid stuff in first before I put the sugar in and the peanut butter. So I'm heating 1.5 tablespoons of oil in a large saucepan or wok over medium-high heat. Then add the chicken, the tofu, the bell pepper, and the garlic. And depending on the cooking time of what meat product you use is going to depend on how long you cook this. So this is all ready. And the red peppers are going to be a little crispy, which I like when I'm eating pad thai. So the next option is to put the other 1.5 tablespoons of oil in your pan, putting in your 2 beaten eggs, and then you're just going to want to make sure that they just get done. They're going to run into your vegetables, but what are you going to do unless you do them by themselves? So I'm just waiting for these to cook. So let me let them cook and I'll be right back. And the eggs are just about done. You're going to want to break them up so they go into the rest of the mixture. And right now I'm going to let those cook while I cut up my nice cooked chicken. I use 2 chicken breasts because I like meat in my pad thai. And you may want to keep them a little not well done because they will cook a little bit while they're in the pan still. So I'm just going to add my chicken. And I did get the chicken nicely browned when I was doing it. So, because I don't like my chicken pale. And I have just a couple more pieces that I'm going to put in here. And I'm going to go wash my hands. And right now I have the eggs, the chicken, the bell peppers, and the garlic in here. I'm going to go ahead and add the sauce. And again, if you're allergic to peanuts, you can certainly keep the peanuts out of it. So no peanut butter. And it's going to be just enough. The house smells amazing. I'm going to toss it a little bit with my tongs here. And I have my rice noodles. I'm not going to use all of them. Well, maybe I will. But then you're going to toss in your rice noodles. Yeah, I'll toss them all in. I mean, what am I going to do with leftover rice noodles? And I think I'm going to put them in this big one here. Just so I can make sure that the rice noodles, the bean sprouts, all get mixed in. And just mix it all in with that peanut sauce. If you like a little extra sauce, you may want to add a little more or double the batch. To me, this is just fine. And I'm going to get a bowl and finish it up. And it calls for a cup of fresh bean sprouts. And I don't think it would be pad thai if you didn't add the bean sprouts. And it comes in a bag. You can probably use them all. I'll just eat it with something else tomorrow. You're going to add the noodles, the sauce, the bean sprouts, and peanuts to the pan, reserving some of the peanuts. And so it looks amazing with those red bell peppers and the chicken. Just the red bell peppers just to give it a little color. Oh, it looks so amazing. Add a couple of green onions. Just little green onions. And half a cup of cilantro. And just a little bit of cilantro on top. At this point you would add peanuts, the rest of the peanuts, if you have some left over. And there you go. Homemade pad thai in 12 minutes. All right, everybody, enjoy. Again, I will see you on the next video for Christine Hannison's brownies from the Borg cookbook. And this I just got off the internet. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce because I like it like that. So have a great day.
Give me a little
So thought I had cilantro or something in there, but I guess not. So I have a great day, everybody. And I'm sorry this video at the end is a mess. Bye. See you next time.